All right, this is Toe to Toe episode 59.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Martlin?
Hey Monica.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good. All
Great.
right, guys, I'm glad you've joined us again. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here for this
I
one.
know. After taking a beating from last time.
Yeah, we talked money last time. That was brutal. This one hits close to home for me, and I can almost guarantee it's happened to every other agent in our industry. And Jen and I are going to duke it out over this today. What happens when your friend hires another agent?
Oh
What do you
God.
do next?
I get to see this question all the time. It makes me crazy. You
I
go
know.
first.
Well, what I know is we're human beings. We have egos, and
Mhm.
they get injured when people
Yep.
decide not to use us. We take it personally, especially when it's a
That's
friend.
dumb.
I know. I know. Now listen, there's two things going on here in my mind.
Let me hear
One,
you.
one is you look in the mirror and you say, shame on me.
I'm gonna mute myself because I feel like I'm gonna interrupt you.
You're gonna say shame on me. It is possible that you were not doing your consistent job of reminding people what you do for a living, how you help people,
Mm,
coming from contribution, informing,
great.
educating, demonstrating, all of
Get
that,
it.
right? And you got
Yes.
missed, and shame on you. Now, the other side of that what can happen is you did all the right things and you still didn't get hired. And that's because that person doesn't want to do business with a friend,
And
period.
you didn't ask.
Well, and they get to decide that.
It's
By
their house.
right. It's not personal. That's a business transaction. If you're treating what you do as a friendship thing, then you got the wrong outlook on this business. This is a freaking business transaction that we
Yes.
can do business with our friends on. Yes, I get that, but you better step up and treat it like a business. And some people just don't mix business and pleasure. It's
Tons of
not
people
about you.
don't, and sometimes you don't want to work with them.
Well, that's true. That's true. But you get your feelings all hurt.
Oh God.
And yeah, you don't ask, hey, is there,
This is why Jesus turned water into wine.
why is that?
Because he got his feel. No, he was a realtor.
He was a realtor. I was like, wait, where are you going with that?
He was the first realtor.
He might have been. He might
Can
have
I
been.
add something to that last point that
Yeah,
you
for
just
sure.
made? I think too, like it's absolutely like the first point Monica made, like we need to do as business owners is talk to our family and friends. The piece that we miss is we just assume everybody's comfortable working with us. Like literally ask them, if you were selling your home, would you feel comfortable working with me, or would you like me to send you some referrals of other people? And because you ask that up front, then they can feel comfortable telling you the truth. And then you can have referral partners that you refer things to and still make money. You're the hero and you help them and you made it not awkward for everyone.
Absolutely. And imagine that they have an agent they've used 3 or 4 times, or their family, they have loyalty to that person. I say, I honor that. I appreciate that in my clients.
Right.
So great. If somebody is working for you and they're a proven track record and you feel more comfortable because they've worked with you before, whatever.
Right.
Here's the
They
challenge,
may be
Jen.
a good referral partner for you because maybe they, it'd be good for
Yeah,
you to talk to them and be friends.
for sure. And get it out on the open. And that way it's not
Right.
awkward. And then you won't get hurt.
Right.
But here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. The challenge is when they don't tell you and you find out
Want
like
want.
through another way. But here's I will empathize with agents. This happened to me. One of my best friends used somebody else. I found it because they listed with an agent in the office and I saw her address up on the board.
But how did you not know she was selling if it was one of your best
I
friends?
knew they were talking about it, but they like pulled the trigger without saying anything.
Well, did you you knew they were talking about it, but did you do your due diligence?
Probably not. I'm sure I have a piece in it. But what would have made it easier is if she would have called and said, hey, look, we've made a decision to list the house.
Sure.
We're not hiring you because we want to remain friends. We're going to go
But
out.
I feel like this is the Caesar Milan goes and trains the dogs. He really ends up training the people,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Like
right.
that's what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
It's like she felt something she felt some kind of way,
Mhm.
or she is the type of person who wouldn't do that. And either
Right?
one of those, if they're your best friends, you would know.
You
Like,
should
are
know.
they the type of person that doesn't really like bring things up? They avoid conflict. And if so, then they're going to avoid conflict with you.
Yeah, not surprising. You're right. You're right.
Right. Or
Absolutely.
are they the you know your friends, right? And if
Yeah.
you don't, then I don't they're not really your friends, I guess.
So has anyone ever done this to you?
Um, I don't really follow up with my sphere that much. That's Alan's job, so I
Mhm.
don't really. It doesn't bother me.
Well, you did
Like,
business outside of your sphere for so long. I mean, now you're doing more of that, but
we're doing a lot more in our sphere, but like honestly, it doesn't bother me, right? Like, I think people are always doing the best that they can at any given time,
yep.
and they're doing it based on the information that they have at that time.
Yep.
So like, I don't know. We do enough business that it's if somebody doesn't want to do business with me or I don't want to do business with them, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'll just go get somebody else. And
Right.
I think part of that is from cold calling. I get rejected
Your skin is
a lot.
thick. Your skin is thick. Mine is like sheer thin.
Well, and here's
So
the thing, nobody starts their day and says, "You know what? I'm gonna hurt Monica's feelings today."
that's right.
Like, literally, she did not say that.
She did
So,
not.
like, if I would say, like, if that happened to me, I don't I don't know how it
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably, like, maybe bring it up to be like, "Oh, you know, we had been talking about this. I'm curious what led you to the decision. I thought we would be working together. Can you help me better understand or
Yeah,
whatever?" But you
sure.
have to like say that in a way when you're not emotional about
Say
it.
it professionally because remember this
You are a
don't
professional.
prove them right by making the wrong choice. Like you're gonna call them and be a little whiny baby. Like that's
Don't
not
be a
gonna help.
baby.
That's not gonna
But like also too, so at that always happens. And then I see the Facebook post where they're like, that same friend asked me for advice. What do I
yeah,
do?
always happens. Don't answer the phone.
It's so hard not to be like, ask
No,
your agent. And I have
sorry.
said that before. So it's usually a stranger, right? Or like
Yeah.
somebody that we were like the second runner up. Like we
Mhm.
just didn't get it. And then they would call and they would be like, this actually happened the other day. They were like, oh, can do something. I was like, you need to talk to your agent. Like, I'm not your agent. You didn't agree to hire me. Like, I don't know why you're asking my opinion.
Right. Should have hired me.
I
It's true.
know. If you
Yeah.
people.
I think something you said is really important, which is I forget how you said it, but basically go get the next deal. Go get the next deal.
It's totally
There are
fine.
plenty of deals. If you're holding on to this one thing and it has crushed you so much, there is a bigger problem. There might be a
Right.
bigger problem with the relationship, and there for sure is a bigger problem in your business. Look at
Well, and maybe look at it and say, am I don't know, like ask yourself some questions about
yeah,
it.
for sure. I agree.
I don't know. I can see why people would be upset if that was like the bread and butter of their business. They
Mhm.
felt like I think for the most part, the first point is true. It is unlikely that they are doing everything they can to ma- ensure that people use them if they're
Position
comfortable
themselves.
using them, right? But
100%.
like that person can also be a great referral source. So
Mhm.
just because they don't want to use you in their transaction doesn't
Mhm.
mean that they won't refer you.
Right. So show up professionally and
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I did this with an agent that called, was hurt by this situation. We went to her Facebook. I said, "Share your page with me." We were on a Zoom call. "Share your page with me. Go to your Facebook page. Scroll back through your Facebook page." And we scrolled through and there was literally not a sentence about real estate.
Well,
Not
I
a
mean, they're gonna
sentence.
think of you as their friend then. It's mostly
Right.
you're a secret agent. You
Right.
don't tell people that you're a realtor.
Right.
A
This person had like
realtor.
a
I said
side
it.
gig. They had a side
Yeah.
gig that they were posting all about that earned them like $20 a year, and they were posting all about that. Like, that's
No.
how that you're aligned. Think about your branding, and if you're not coming from contribution and you're not letting people know every single day what you do to help people in this business, you will get missed. You just will. You just
Yeah.
will. Excuse me. I get excited.
Well, and if you have I mean, we talked about the financial mistakes last time, but
Mhm.
that's one too. So many agents have like side gigs. That's a math problem. Stop it. Take
Right.
all that time you're spending.
Yes.
Anyway,
I
we need
mean,
to edit that first.
the size of our paychecks is a gift. It's a gift.
Well, we work for it.
No, I'm not saying that, but we don't have to take 1,000 steps to earn $3,000 like
Right.
a lot of people
Or
do
years.
side hustle. Right.
Right.
We're just gifted with that. And so if you don't focus on where the money is, we got some challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
All
Um,
right.
do you want to go back to your corner?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right,
I
let's
need a
head back.
rest.
What's that?
I need a rest.
Me too. Let's take a short break here. Word from our sponsor. When we return, we'll have the final punches.
Welcome back now, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to anybody that had also had a friend ditch them in the real estate
I
process?
mean, this is everybody,
I
right?
know it
Like
is.
everybody this has happened to, and it's all like at different levels. So it was kind of a little bit of a street fight. Most people are like, they get upset,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
it's really me fighting them. Like, why? Like, why are you
Right,
mad?
right.
Anyway,
I say, like, I guess we'll do our
get new
kind of
friends. No, I'm just kidding.
well, there's that, yeah. I mean, if your friends look, if your friends know you from your 20s, there is a good chance they might not trust you. I mean, if you have run your life acting like a fool and then you become a real estate agent, they remember what you act like.
Here's how I think about it. If I'm going to do, like for me, if I'm going to do something and I'm going to pay for it, I would rather pay people I know than people I don't know. But not everybody is like that.
That's true.
But yeah, there could be either they don't want to do business with people they know, and you should
Mhm.
already know that about them because they are your friends. They have paid for other things. Did they use your other friends?
Mhm,
You would know
mhm,
that.
mhm.
It doesn't mean they're not going to talk to you about real estate. They're just not going to use you.
What if they use your other friend that's in real estate and
I
they're
mean, of
friends with
course they might. Or they might use their Aunt Betty who did one deal 20 years ago.
because mama made them. You
And
never
all you
know.
want to do is just bang your head against the wall and be like, well, that was a terrible mistake.
That's so true. I think the number one thing to do here is to look yourself in the mirror and ask, what could I have done differently for next time? That's just the only question to be asked. Is
Yeah.
is there anything I could have done differently? And if that requires you to go have a conversation with them so you can find out,
Hmm.
was there even a chance I was getting your business? Because that might not have been. I
Yeah,
don't
you might not have been.
That's right.
I agree.
Jen, is there even anything to wrap up, or did we
Let me
just go
think.
out there throwing punches like in any direction?
I know. We were like, had like you can't see me unless you're on the YouTube, but it's like, I think like I agree. I think that the action steps to move forward are you communicating with your sphere and past clients in a way that would cause them to give you repeat and referral business?
Yep,
Step one. Like,
yep,
are you maximizing that? I would
yep.
say 99.9% of the time, there's no freaking way you're maximizing that. And then step two is legitimately, are they really truly people that will give you business or refer you? Like,
Yeah.
and that's back to living in reality.
Can I plug a ghost poster here right now?
Do it. That Ghostbuster is great.
Great. Hey, so if you are looking, so what Jen's talking about, in one way to do that is to post every single day on Facebook about real estate, and you can do it in a way that's interesting and informative and educational and
Right.
fun and funny and all of that. And if you struggle with that content, go to
Like
Ghost,
I did.
like a lot of agents do. Go to Ghost Poster. That's GHOSTPOSTR. There's no E because I'm cool like that.
Is it a capital R?
Ghostposternow.com and check out that site. I have an entire library of cool Facebook posts that you can have access to. You have to join it. It's friggin' $199 for a whole year. It's nothing.
Wow. Yeah,
Anyway,
Ghostbuster is
that
awesome.
that can begin the process of reminding people every day what you do and how
It
you do
totally works too. I know, like when I learned how to turn on a computer and use Facebook.
it.
And we were doing that. I mean, obviously, we've been in business for a while. I have a lot of friends. I do a
Yeah,
lot of business, but like I wasn't following up with them. And
yeah.
then just this month, 5 of our deals are from friends.
Ooh, and you are posting every day and your stuff is funny and it's engaging and you
I owe it all to you, Monica.
no, and you go out and find your own stuff too, but
Yeah.
you took
Well, I do
lessons
now,
from
but
it
I
and
didn't before.
yeah.
Yeah. I just did whatever
Now
Joe.
I'm borrowing your stuff. I'm throwing your stuff
Hey,
in the library. It's so good.
that's jennifermertlin.com. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But if you you want to see an example, go to Jen's page, Jennifer Mertland, go to my page, Monica Weekly, and look, because we have some of the same stuff, but we have some different stuff. Look how that feels. Are you clear of what each of us do for a living? I think
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well, I think that's going to have to wrap it up.
I think so.
Let us know what you do, if this has happened to you, how you
I
handled
mean,
it.
we know it's happened to
I
you. Tell us
know.
how you handled it. And we only want like the really good, juicy
Yeah.
stories, like the one where you had like a total breakdown.
That's right. A good
I'm
one where
just
it
kidding.
destroyed a friendship. Real estate destroyed the friendship.
Saga.
Go to our Facebook page, Toe to Toe Podcast. Let us know. Also, let us know if you have any other ideas for any future.
Yeah, that'd be great. And if you like this, please rate us 5 stars on wherever you're listening to this and leave a comment because it helps us be seen. And of course, if you have some interest in learning more about EXP, hit us up.
Love to chat. All right, Jen. Awesome to be with you.
Thanks, Monica.
See ya.